Hey there. Today I want to just offer some encouragement on your self-improvement journey. If you're watching this at the Balance Journey, then you are interested in finding ways to bring yourself to center, to coordinate your own thinking, your own emotions with spirit. And those are the kinds of videos that I'm producing because those are the kinds of things that have really helped me in my own self-improvement journey. But I know that it's so much an inner game of, working on your mental and emotional health, trying to adjust the way you view things and making peace with your struggles the best you can, and trying to find your own sense of balance in that dynamic sense, of balance not only in this world, which pretty much that's what we focus on the most, but also balance internally, between you and God, and just feeling that sense of vibrational balance with the universal vibration. So it's going to be true that, we're not always going to see the shifts that are happening that are actually changing our lives for the better. So encouraging you on your self-improvement journey for me is an important aspect because I remember needing that encouragement myself when I was pretty much going on my own track and, having my struggles and saying, I really need some sort of perspective. I need a little shift that I'm not quite being able to get. And even though I was very willing, I just couldn't see something in a new way until I might look on the internet, or I might read a book, or I might hear somebody saying something. And I've always felt that when we're searching, we do find. And God is going to help us to make a connection with things that we need. And that's what I've been trying to do on my channel, is to just share the kind of narrative that I was looking for, that was outside of church, outside of anything organized, and yet that was including God in all things, including that sense of our spirit, which I think is the holistic aspect of ourselves that we don't hear about because it's like a separate thing. And so I really hope that the videos that I'm making can support you in that. We don't have to work harder to improve ourselves. We don't have to find the perfect fix, because I think as long as we are trusting that when we're asking, and your spirit is asking, when you're like, I need to feel better about this situation, or I don't want to be so hardened against this person anymore. When we're asking and we're sincerely doing so, we are going to find the solutions. There will be something that will make us go, oh, I read about that, or I watched that reel on social media, and it just kind of made me realize to look at things a little slightly differently. And in doing that, if we're just willing to bring our confusion and disappointments to God and saying, I want to feel like I have a different perspective, we're going to continuously self-improve. Improving self, not in the way of be a more organized person, which all of those things can be very good, but the deeper self, the self that from the inside out influences all of our other choices. So I just hope that we remember all of us are on a self-improvement journey, really. We're all evolving mentally, emotionally, and spiritually all the time. And being mindful and being intentional is something that we're not always validated for. So I just wanted to tell you, keep it up and stay strong in this pursuit, and trust in the fact that when you sincerely desire for change, you will find the things that will meet you right where you are and take you just that little bit further. I think that's what self-improvement's all about. It's just about these incremental little changes that help us to clean up our thinking, heal our heart and our feelings, and enable us to say, what does growth look like now? What does a deeper perspective look like now? And what does love as an action in my world, in my scenario, what does that look like? How do I live it now? So it's all experiential, it's all personal to ourselves, but at the same time, it's a universal experience. We're all kind of seeking for it. So if you're being mindful and intentional about your own self-improvement journey, then I hope you continue on that track, and that you will continue to trust that you are making a difference, and it truly is creating a ripple effect in your lineage, in all the people in your family that are surrounding you. You might think you're doing it for yourself, and you don't even have to get anybody else on board. As that changes your life, and that changes your heart, and that changes the way that you move forward and you step into life, it impacts generations by a ripple effect. It's something that is totally worth doing. So keep it up. And if you haven't already subscribed, definitely subscribe to the channel if you find that these things are supportive in your journey.